Entering the month of June, we also begin National Internet Safety Month. Every week this month, we'll be joined by Preston Goff with the Exodus Road. We'll go over important topics that could keep you and your family safe against internet predators. Today, we focus on device and app safety. Good morning, Preston.
Good morning. Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, getting you on in the A block. That's how important this topic is.
Let's get after it.
First off, Exodus Road. You guys do wonderful things for the community. Big picture, what's your mission?
Yeah, I mean, just really quickly, three big things. We help law enforcement actually investigate and intervene human trafficking around the world. We help prevent, so we educate communities around the world. We train practitioners like police officers. And then we do aftercare work around the world as well.
Why is this so important to you personally? How long have you been involved?
Yeah, it's a great question. I've been with the organization for about 5 years. And in that time, I've become a dad. So I'm a dad to two. I've got a 4-year-old. He turns 4 on Sunday.
Happy early Father's Day.
Thank you, yeah. And then I also have a 6-month-old. So, you know, it's right at home in my heart, but I think it's such a pervasive issue, it's hard to look away from it.
Look, you're so busy, you're a father, you're a community ambassador. We really want to dial in. It's the month of June, we're a couple days in, Internet Safety Awareness Month. You know, what should we be looking out for right now, and how can parents kind of police their kids to make sure they're safe? Because it can be dangerous out there, you know that.
Yeah, you know, it's a good question. You know, for us in the summer months, we love that Internet Safety Month is in June because it's this time when families are kind of breaking their rhythm. They're thinking about, you know, going on vacation, doing all these various things. And for us, it's like, can we take a moment to encourage our families to set aside some time and just have some check-in moments, some conversations. So we as an organization have been really just passionate about helping families do just that, learn to talk with one another about the digital world and the things that are good about that and the not so good things as well.
Yeah, it's incredible what technology is doing these days. You know, I didn't get a smartphone until my sophomore year of college. I kid you not, I had one of those old Razor phones until I was 19.
Same.
And now, like, 3rd graders are having, like, you know, iPads at the dinner table. You and I probably grew up with Etch-a-Sketch. How is that kind of like transforming what you're trying to do and police everybody? Because now you got to be more vigilant of a lot of people, Preston.
Yeah, you know, I always tell parents, our generations, we approach the internet in vastly different ways.
Sure.
So, you know, for me, I turn to the internet as a way to augment and support my everyday relationships. Young people, they're going there to form and facilitate relationships. So we have to help each other understand that we're talking kind of 2 different languages sometimes. And we have to learn how to speak fluently in each other's language. One of the things that we tell parents, you know, there's a lot of scary data behind the realities of internet safety, but what we like to really focus on is empowerment. You know, young people, they're pretty smart, and you can really do a lot to come alongside them and help them create a safer online world.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or X as they call it now, it can be scary. So, like, if somebody's trying to, like, meet up with somebody, should there be, like, a checks and balance? Like, I need to see your social security number and your ID beforehand? Like, you know, internet meetups can happen a lot. How do you combat all this?
Yeah, the truth is there 36 million reports of online child enticement that were submitted to the National Cyber Tip Line last year. So it's a pervasive issue, as much as 300 to 400% increase in the last few years. You're right, it's really pervasive. And yet, what we find is just giving teenagers, you know, basic, what can seem like basic, simple information. Things like, hey, if somebody asks you an overtly personal question, they might have malintent there. Yeah, so let's talk about that. Let's understand what the red flags are and what you can do to safeguard against it.
And what resources the Exodus Road have for parents to kind of get more information on all of this.
Yeah, so one of the biggest resources that we have have out in the world is called Influenced. And it is a suite of curriculum. It's really a movement in a lot of ways to equip parents and teens through online courses, through live workshops in schools, and webinar formats to be able to learn how to speak this conversation together so that they can navigate the digital world together. So Influenced, if you're curious about that, it's influence.org.
Great.
But all this month on our social channels, so we're going to be bringing parents and youth just really practical, actionable things they can do to safeguard themselves.
So how effective are parental controls? Because you can do those settings on the computer.
It's a good question. They are helpful. They can be a really helpful starting point. And we encourage parents and teens to implement what we call a technology agreement in a family, and we actually help families through our influence curriculum walk through that process in a really empowering way that brings everybody to the table, understands that, you know, teens, they're often like, I don't really want to engage in that kind of conversation. You're just going to take away my phone.
Right.
No, it's not about that. It's about helping you to set you up for success in the online world. So yeah, the parental controls are really helpful, but more than anything, healthy communication, healthy dialogue is really the gold standard.
Yeah, I remember eating at the dinner table without your phone. Whatever happened to those days, Preston?
Yeah,
you know, we
right,
need to start doing that more.
Yeah.
You ready to be a dad in this internet world that
Man,
we're in?
I'll tell you what, it's
you're probably taking copious notes.
It's amazing, and the ability even for my 4-year-old to see a piece of technology and know how it works immediately, it's just unbelievable.
It is crazy, you know. But you're bringing everybody together. You're bringing great insight to our community. What's that website one more time?
Yeah, influence.org.
Influence.org. Excellent job, Preston. We'll see you once a week, every month of June.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin.
Big part of the community. It's Preston Goff. You can visit theexodusroad.com to learn more about staying safe and other available resources.